Yo, what's up? This is once again Akun Reese Timerian. I'm bringing it to you straight off the rip. Now, this post raised some attention to me, and it reads 2 weeks after you accept this proposal, he asks you, do you want a big wedding or a house? Ladies, what's your response? And it's quite interesting what some of y'all response is, because I would love to know. All right, big wedding or a house. Okay, one day or one big ass house that we could live in and create a family and do other things. So what would her response be? Now, the problem I have with the dude, okay, is why didn't you ask before the proposal? Just in the conversation. Like, yeah, baby, what? Pick a brain. Like, hey, what do you want? You want a house, or would you spend a lot of money on a big ass wedding for a day? You know? And see what she says. Then now y'all could build some type of chemistry and you could see if you even want this broad. You know what I mean? You're going to ask her once you propose and you got her all happy and shit. Now you're going to pull the rug from under and like, man, but I want it out. What do you want, nigga? Why don't you look in the mirror and be like, man, I'm about to tell her, like, hey, I know I proposed to you, but I want this motherfucking crib so we could stay fucking or whatever the fuck y'all doing. Because, it comes down to decision making, man. Now, like in my last video, I talked about weak men, preferably black men. You gotta stop being weak with these women because they want you to make the decision and they want you to lead, nigga. Y'all giving them the power to lead you. Your mama, you out your mama house. Your mama had to do it. Now you put on your big boy pants and you set the goals. And you want to see where her mindset at and see where her goals at. Ask those dumbass questions when you get the big money. Do you want a big wedding or a big house? Ask those dumbass questions then. And I'm asking this. Would she ask you that? Because I highly doubt. And I think she would go into straight up leader mode and be like, yeah, baby, we about to get this house and we about to... See, females didn't gain the boss mentality over you weak ass niggas. And that's making them weak as a nation. Once these other entities on this planet see that, they be like, oh, the nigga is being led by the weak, physical weak women. Now, I ain't gonna say a woman can't whoop nobody ass, but hey, you still a woman. You feel me? And these niggas are looking goofy out here letting these women do that to them. Nigga, make a decision. And then I come to the question, are you ready or are you rushing for some in-house pussy? You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is. Asking these questions. Are you ready to be married? You know what I mean? Or are you just trying to lock somebody down? Because that happens a lot in America. Niggas be loving it and then they don't love it a couple of weeks or a couple of years later. They just don't say nothing. They get comfortable. See, you got to break that comfort. And you always supposed to remain happy with whatever you doing. Just remain happy, man. It's like, hey, always spice this shit up. Y'all should always be dating. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get all serious about everything. Nobody's perfect, but first impressions are very important. You understand? You have to make those decisions off top, man. Show her that you stand on your toes and, hey, baby, I'm going to handle this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to ask dumbass questions. Do you want a big wedding or a big house? Ask her things about, hey, what are you investing in? Do you invest? What's your career like? Or do you just like a job? You know what I mean? Because now we're going to see where your kingdom mind is. You know what I mean? We're going to see, what do you invest in? What is your career? Or do you just work a job? Because I think, this is only my opinion, I think if you work a job, you really are not totally ready to be having a family. You know what I mean? Like that. Unless you have a job and you already are invested. You know what I'm saying? But if you just depending on going to work and letting some motherfucker pay you, all right, like all our parents went through and shit, kind of led us the wrong way, but they did all they could for what they knew. But you depending on that, and then they fire your ass, and now you looking for her. Now she got to put on her big boy panties and leave. Why you got to start over and look for something? Nigga, you should have been invested. You should have had something to fall back on. You still the leader. You still leading her. She still has a happy face. She could call off work. She could quit her goddamn job. Baby, we invested. We got about $40,000 sitting on the side over here. I'm straight. I'll find another job or your career or your business that you already have. You got that, baby. You on top. This conversation ain't really for you because you know, my nigga, you're going to get the big wedding in the big house. And if she don't want the big wedding, that's plus kudos to you, baby. I don't want it neither. that's how cool. You know what I mean? I don't have to have all this attention, but if she want it, baby, I'll accommodate. It's all good. So are you building or are you fucking? Are you trying to build something with this woman or you just want to impress her so you can stay hitting that shit and she don't look nowhere? Because, nigga, in a minute, she gonna look somewhere else. Women peep weakness, okay? Understand that, my man. Do you love her? Do you love her? Can you lead her into a right direction, or are you going to keep on saying things like, do you want a big wedding or a big house just to make her feel happy? You know what I'm saying? Are you bringing that extra happiness that she's supposed to have in herself by knowing that she has somebody that she could trust, emotionally, physically, and mentally? She wants to come to you. You like daddy. Hey, that's my zaddy. That's where they get this shit from. They ain't playing. That shit subconsciously already in their brain. And how do you know if she loves you, my nigga? Because I would think she'd be like, look, baby, it's truly up to you. I have some money. And if she got all the money, she could fucking just drop that shit on her big wedding. But look, baby, this house, look, I'm going to take care of this motherfucking house. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take care. I got the house. You could contribute. You and your family could contribute to the big wedding. And we can have a motherfucking ball. I got something on that too. I buy the chicken and the rice and all of that. But, it's like the house is the foundation of your future and your family's future. So I would go with that off top, And then if you want to rent the house, you ain't got to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, don't be so serious. Always be new. Always keep it moving, baby. And I ain't talking about keep it moving like jumping from girl to girl. You little boys and little girls do shit like that. Jumping from guy to guy. And you don't understand why you spiritually damaged because you creating all this goddamn mucus from different people all up in your life. And it's destroying you because you're not fasting and healing from the last piece of mucus that you had in your body. Understand that. You're listening to Akun Reese Mary, and I brought it to you straight off the rip. Peace.